Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
Maybe I'm a man, maybe I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of something that he don't really understand. Maybe I'm a man, maybe you're the only woman who could ever help me. Baby, won't you help me to understand?
It's the Rock and Review. I'm hanging out with amazing musicians. Award-winning singer-songwriter Jeff Coffey. You probably know him from the band Chicago and also with a time with Don Felder. And a great new solo album out. Also, welcome Rex for joining us. You know, and you produced a lot of the tracks on here and played on a number of them as well.
Right.
So what a great album with Origins. You know, I've been listening to the tracks, watching the videos, and it's so interesting that, you know, the songs you chose, Jeff, you know, to do this. And we were talking too, you know, with your previous work and your previous albums and coming out of Florida and you know, being, you know, coming up with these songs. It's like Ask the Lonely, Magic Power. I was telling you how much I love your version of I Can't Make You Love Me that Bonnie Raitt did. It's like, you know, how did you choose the songs?
It was tough. I had a 2-page long list of songs. I had to narrow it down to 13 or 14 to put on the record. But these are the songs that really inspired me the most as a young musician, to want to become a musician. And that's why we put this record together, you know. Just kind of pay homage, pay tribute to those great vocalists and those songs from those bands that fired me up. You know?
Well, you know, and your vocal range is just ridiculous. But, you know, I knew you predominantly as a bass player, and then I'm watching all these videos and all this other stuff. It's like, oh, no, here he is playing guitar and all this other stuff. It's like, you know, you really kind of, I mean, how did you pick up all these instruments over the years?
Well, you know, and when I was in school, high school and college, I played trombone. So, but then I was dabbling in bass. You know, we had a little rock band.
You're still in the bass clef there.
Yeah, it made it easy transition. But you know, then just guitar was self-taught. You know.
Really.
And then I kind of developed a high range from singing background harmonies in bands, and then I just started doing my own stuff. Yeah.
Wow, and you have played with a ridiculous amount of musicians too, as well as like Hootie and the Blowfish, and you've shared the stage with so many artists over the years.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to me that with a lot of the past Chicago musicians also, and what a catalog to sing from and perform with that. You were with them for what, over 2 years?
About 2 years, just shy of 2 years. Yeah, that was an incredible experience to be able to sing that catalog of music with that band for those 2 hours every night and be a part of that give and take from the audience every 2 hours. It was really an amazing experience because I'm a fan of Chicago as well.
Oh yeah,
so.
and we all are. But then you step into the role also with one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest guitarists in the world, Don Felder.
Yes.
And you're playing bass and singing with him as well.
Yeah.
Maybe doing a few Eagles songs there.
Oh yeah, it was a whole set of Eagles tunes and some of his tunes.
Right.
And I tell people it's pretty cool to, when we're doing Hotel California and the solo comes up and I look over and there's the guy, there's the guy, you know.
Oh my gosh, that has to be incredible. But you know, you've had such a large body of solo work also, and a lot of our viewers may not know, you've had a lot of tracks in TV and film and everything as well.
Yeah.
You know, across like Bravo and A&E and all these different channels, MTV, it's like, you know, you've had a lot of music picked up on there that they've heard you and maybe they didn't know it was you.
Sure. Yeah, that was from years ago that I had a couple of records that I had put out, and you know, getting the songs on those shows. In fact, there was one show, a primetime show, Men in Trees, starring Anne Heche.
Right.
That was a pretty cool thing. One of my songs got put on there on one of their episodes. So, yeah.
So what are you working on? You know, not to, this just came out this past year, and obviously you're still rolling out the singles, still rolling out the videos, but I know you're also back in the studio already working on new stuff for 2020.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah, been writing and looking forward to doing some co-writing with some people, and we're working on something right now to where I'm hopefully going to get the chance to work with a really great producer and make a great record. So we're looking forward amongst doing some shows this year, getting back into the studio and doing my next record of all original material. So.
And I told you before we started the show too, Jeff, I really enjoy your original songs as well. You know, particularly with your range and the way you write and everything. But I got to bring this up, you know, out on the road, you're not taking your favorite bass. What's up with that? Because I've seen you perform with that one.
Yeah.
With your 68.
Well, I will now, though.
Will you?
No, when I was with Chicago, I was very fortunate that Joey Brasler at Fender Guitars. He gave me some basses. He gave me a beautiful 5-string jazz and some precision basses to take on the road with Chicago. And I was able to take my babies and leave them at home, you know, keep them off the truck. But yeah, it's I love the instrument. You know, I love their basses.
Well, and you are so fluent on the bass, and particularly like we were talking with that Chicago catalog. You've got some pretty intricate bass parts there. You know, it's not like you're standing around going, "Oh, I think I'll just stay on the tonic here and play a lot of A." No, because you're keeping up with the horn section and all with that.
Right. What's cool about that catalog is that I never associated Peter Cetera as one of those bass player guys. But when you dig into the older stuff, you're like, wow, you know,
the
it
old
was
stuff
really great.
is just, oh my gosh, what we all grew up on.
And it was groove and stuff. And, you know, it's got funk sections, it's got swing sections for the horn solos and stuff. So it's really, it's never boring.
So maybe we see like a signature model bass coming out in the next year or so?
Hey, you know, you never know.
Well, you know, I can't believe, you know, once again, you know, talking about your latest album, Origins, you know, every track I've listened to is like, you know, I think we all have memories with these songs.
Yeah.
And I think for you also, and I want to bring up, you know, with your producer on this, that, you know, you dug pretty deep with the musicians you brought in, but also just on how you did this whole album.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, working with Rex was an amazing experience because, like I said, he played all the instruments on 10 of the tracks. And we would talk about, you know, some of the songs taking a different angle on it.
Yeah.
It just turned out great. He would produce these amazing tracks that I got to come up and sing on. And it was just a great experience working together.
Fun.
Well, and I also like it, to me, you know, anytime you hear somebody giving a nod to their favorite songs and everything that you know, that influenced them, that you don't do them exactly like the original artist did.
Yeah.
I think you have to put, you know, your voice to them, your style to them, and make them different.
Right.
You know, so that they are something new and it shows, you know, your origins of your music. You know, but then also, like you said, it sets you up for the next album.
Right.
As you're doing things. So I want to make sure our viewers know the best place to find you for your website, social media, and everything else, Jeff, and where they can, you know, maybe get a signed copy of the album.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Where should they go?
They should go to my website, Jeff Coffey, Coffey, it's Irish.com. And there's a link to the website. It's a Jetpack label store. They can get copies of this. A bunch of other stuff is there. Some of my older records are there. And all the singles and the videos are out on YouTube. Just youtube.com/Jeff Coffey. Come say hi to me on Facebook, Jeff Coffey Music. And yeah.
Now, is that also where the coffee mates go a lot, like your fans?
That's right. That's my
because
fan club.
You know,
Yeah.
since your name is Irish,
right?
You know, Irish coffee. I'm just
go.
going there.
You know,
I'm sorry.
You know, I kind of go along with the joke, so it works.
Yeah, but you have rabid fans.
Those people are great. You know, they're really responsive. In fact, one of the things we did on the record on "Back on My Feet Again," one of the songs. For the video, I wanted to kind of make them a part of it. And so we had people share their stories of hardships and things that they've overcome, and the response was great. The video
I'll tell you what,
great.
it's a powerful video. I watched that, and just, you know, and I didn't know that's how you reached out to them. I didn't know they were fans and everything else, but I mean, what an incredible video to have them join into the music on that and sort of stop down the song and show their hardship and what they survived.
Absolutely. It made it mean so much more.
Yeah, it's so incredible when you can do that with the music. Yeah. And also, you know, for you guys, realizing who you're touching while you're making the music when it's out there. After you've released it into the wild, you know, how does it affect people?
Right. The whole idea, I think, really was to share their stories and hopefully inspire other people to, you know, you can get through your hardships. You can get through your troubles right now, you know.
Yeah,
so.
it helps a lot.
Yeah.
So great. I love the video. Well, you know, and there's going to be more singles and more videos coming out off Origins. So, you know, if you're like me and you still enjoy having the album, you know, and there's great stuff in here, I highly recommend it. But if you prefer digital, obviously the singles are available. You can go to Jeff's website, follow him on social media, go see him in concert.
Yeah.
Because he's still got the chops, he's still got the voice to hit those high notes, which many don't. And I know I couldn't. So I'm glad you do, Jeff.
Me too.
Yeah. What a great album. It's Origins with Jeff Coffey. Get your own copy and also watch for some new music coming out this year.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching The Rockin' Review.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.